Hello and welcome back. I'm Odie, your operatic Italian tutor. Today we're going to be concluding our 10-part series on the 10 most commonly sung beginner pieces and arias of the repertoire with a wonderful, very joyous aria called Vittoria mio. Now, let's begin by reading about the context. So, this is a mid-17th century aria traditionally attributed to Giacomo Carissimi and now performed as a standalone piece. The text celebrates liberation from the torments of love. Chains break, deceit loses its power, and fear disappears. The tone is energetic and victorious, driven by a language of release and renewed strength. Initially I wanted to end the collection here with Vergine tutt'amor, which is by far my favorite piece in the entire thing. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and watch it. It's very good, dare I say. It's a beautiful aria. It's the previous one in the series. Now, I was thinking of doing that, but then I thought, nah, ending with such a heavy, bleak text is not good. So let's end with something joyous. So I chose Vittoria mio. Now, the melody itself is very. This is not a particularly introspective text, and it's very outward looking. It's very joyous, and you could easily imagine the entire thing being played on a trumpet as well. The rhythm lends itself very well to a trumpet or any brass instrument. Vittoria, 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 Vittoria mio core, non lagrimar più, non lagrimar più, è sciolta d'amore la vil servitù. This is how it goes. Forgive my voice. I'm still recovering from this awful cold, and it's making singing very difficult. So please excuse me. But let us now read the text in the original Italian. This is a longer aria, so let's have a look. Vittoria mio core, non lagrimar più, è sciolta d'amore la vil servitù. Già l'empia a tuoi danni, frastuolo di sguardi, con vezzi bugiardi, dispose gli inganni, le frode, gli affanni non hanno più loco, del crudo suo foco è spento l'ardore, da luci ridenti non esce più strale, che piaga mortale nel petto m'avventi, nel duol, nei tormenti, io più non mi sfaccio, è rotto ogni laccio, sparito il timore. Ah yes, and that's it. Good. Now, let's read the translation to make sense of what is going on. Victory, my heart. Before moving on, when I first sang this when I was younger and I didn't know what was going on, I thought Vittoria mio core. Ah, so he's talking to Vittoria. No, Vittoria is also a female name in Italian. Now, victory, my heart. Yes, we are victorious. Do not weep any more. Is freed from love the vile servitude. That's a bit strange. We'll make sense of that later. Already the wicked woman to your harm, among a fleet of glances, with charms deceitful, arranged the deceptions, the frauds, the sorrows. Arrange the deceptions, the frauds, the sorrows have no place any longer. Of her cruel fire is extinguished the ardour. From eyes smiling no longer comes forth error. That a mortal wound into the breast hurls at me. In sorrow, in torments, I no longer fall apart. Is broken every bond, vanished the fear. You kind of understand what's going on, but we do need to analyze a little bit. So, yes. Vittoria mio core. So who are you talking to? Mio core. Vittoria. Victory. Do not weep anymore. Hmm? La vil servitù d'amore è sciolta. So, do not weep anymore. Why? Because the vile servitude from love, the vile servitude of love is freed. Sorry, wait, let me explain this better. Yes, the vile servitude of love is freed, is literally melted. So we are no longer serving, we are no longer the servants of this vile love. Already the wicked woman to your harm, among a fleet of glances, literally a fleet of glances, but many glances, lots of, she's been watching, with charms deceitful, arranged the deceptions. So this woman you were in love with, now you say that she's awful and she's manipulative and all the rest. She was probably perfectly fine before, but now that you've broken up, you're trying to find an excuse. As always happens with breakups, they're never nice. The frauds, the sorrows have no place any longer. Be happy. Stop being sad. Of her cruel fire is extinguished the ardor. Okay, so the ardor, essentially the heat, the fire, her cruel fire has now been extinguished. From smiling eyes, no longer comes forth arrow. So arrows no longer come forth from her smiling eyes. Arrows which would hurl into my breast. Arrows which would be hurled towards my breast and would cause a mortal wound. In sorrow and torments, I no longer fall apart. I no longer suffer from this sadness. Every bond is now broken, and fear is long gone. So this is essentially release from, well, you could call it a toxic relationship or a very bad relationship, or very simply someone you were not meant to be with. So, as I said in the description, you have a lot of very physical release here. Chains breaking, fire being extinguished, arrows being hurled at you, inflicting mortal wounds. So it's a very, we have very vivid imagery here. Now, let us have a look at vocabulary and grammar notes, and there's quite a lot to say here. But it's a very good learning opportunity. This is a wonderful text because quite a few of the words you'll encounter here, you will encounter in other areas as well. But I am afraid, yes, there is no core in this one. What a surprise! But we have everything else, of course, but we don't have core. Okay, now let's read. Vittoria, victory. Oh, core. Sorry, I'm silly. It's the third word. Of course it has to be there. It always is there. Italian opera, arias, songs, canzoni, everything is love, 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 core, cuore, everything. So by now you must have learned that core means heart. Okay, let's go back. Core. Lagrimar. Weep. Cry. It is the poetic form of lacrimare. Sciolta, molten, in this case, literally, in this case meaning freed, released, or broken as well. Servitù, servitude. Bondage, slavery. Empia, wicked woman. So this here, the a, sorry, let me make this a little bit better. Okay, the a suffix is what makes nouns most of the time, not all, not always, is what we use to make nouns feminine. So empio would be a wicked man. Empia, wicked woman. And there's a very beautiful aria in Mozart's Don Giovanni by Donna Elvira, I believe. Oh, how does it go? Chi mi porta quell'empio? No, how does it go? In any case, she's talking about this wicked man who's disappeared, and who is she talking to? Unfortunately, Don Giovanni, who has professed his love for her, and that he will marry her. But of course he doesn't, because he's Don Giovanni. Now, sciolta, empia, same thing. It applies in both cases, as I said. Is that a word? No, not really. It's the truncated form of I to the plural. Stuolo, fleet, literally, but in this case it means many, quite a few. Vezzi, charms, allurements. Bugiardi, plural, meaning deceitful, false, lying. Dispose, arranged, set in place. Gli inganni, the deceptions, and this is just the poetic contraction of gli inganni. It's the same thing. Frode, fraud, deceit. Affanni, sorrows, anxieties. This is a very beautiful word, and we will look at it in a future video, no spoilers. But, for example, there's a very beautiful aria. It's the finale of La Cenerentola by Rossini, and it begins with Nacqui all'affanno. I was born into sadness, into sorrow. It's a very, very, very beautiful word. As I was saying, loco. No, it doesn't mean loco in Spanish. It means place, location. It's the poetic form of luogo. Foco, fire. It's the poetic form of fuoco. And as you can see, fuoco, fuego, the terms are very related in the Romance languages. So much so, something funny. In Cypriot Greek, which has had a lot of influence from the Romance languages because of the various empires which conquered Cyprus in the past, in Cypriot Greek we say, yes, fire in the standard Greek way, fotia, but you also say phokos, which means fire, and it's directly taken from the Italians, this. Ardore, ardor, passion, heat, fire. Luci, eyes. We've seen this before. It's the poetic form of occhi. Strale. This is a very bizarre one. It literally means arrow, dart, and is the poetic synonym of freccia, which means arrow. Piaga, wound. M'avventi, hurls at me. Laccio, bond, snare. Sparito, vanished, disappeared. Now, let's move on to the pronunciation notes. Vittoria, long T, not Vittoria, Vittoria. Also, I've said this before, excuse me, remember, if you're an English native speaker, native English speaker, remember that the English t is more towards the back of the mouth, slightly more towards the back of the mouth, whereas the Italian t, it's very front. So it's not Vittoria, Vittoria, Vittoria. Sciolta. SC followed by E gives us a sh, and this is a longer, it's not sciolta. Stuolo. O give us a glide, wo. It's not stuolo, but stuolo. vezzi. This is not vezzi, it's vezzi, vezzi. Unfortunately, when a Z is a Z or a Z is a little bit difficult, and you just need to learn the words themselves. Bugiardo, bugiardi. G followed by a E gives J. Again, G followed by a front vowel gives us J. J. Gli inganni, gli inganni. We haven't seen this in a while, but remember this is the L sound. So GL followed by E gives us L. And in this case we have a long N. So inganni, not lingani, linganni. Affanni, long F. Affanno, affanno. And long N as well. Affanno and not affano. Luci, very straightforward. C followed by a front vowel gives us ch. And finally, ma venti, and not ma venti. Ma venti. So, that is it. Let us read the text from the very beginning with meaning and impeccable pronunciation. So, let's go. Vittoria mio core, non lagrimar più, è sciolta d'amore, insomma, è sciolta d'amore la vil servitù. Già l'empia i tuoi danni, frastuolo di sguardi, con vezzi bugiardi, dispose gli inganni. Le frode, gli affanni non hanno più loco, del crudo suo foco è spento l'ardore, da luci ridenti non esce più strale, che piaga mortale nel petto m'avventi, nel duol né tormenti, io più non mi sfaccio, è rotto ogni laccio, sparito il timore. Wonderful text, very victorious, obviously, and it's great fun to sing as well. So this is all for Vittoria mio core. This video is part of a 10-part series, which concludes with this video. In this series, I have analysed 10 of the most commonly sung beginner pieces and arias from the repertoire. I have done this in a booklet, which you can find down below. You can download it for free, and it's a very good little tool and a wonderful resource to use in order to familiarize yourself with some basic concepts and elements which occur in operatic texts. However, this booklet, however wonderful it may be, and these videos are not enough. Indeed, if you want to sing with meaning and impeccable pronunciation, you need to learn the language in this particular form of the language, which has very little to do with how modern Italian is spoken. Singers have immense responsibility because you have two elements here. It's not just the music itself, it's the language too. So if you want to step up your game and sing with full meaning and convey what you feel and understand what you're saying in order to feel, then you can check out my link down below. You can check out my website. I offer one-to-one lessons, operatic Italian lessons, in which we focus exactly on what your needs are. There's no cookie cutter method because it simply doesn't work. There's no group courses because, frankly, I don't think it works. I hope other people who might perhaps be offering this type of these group courses, I wish them all the best. I just don't think it works, frankly. And together we can have a look at what your current level of Italian is, what you need, what your repertoire is, and what your ambitions are. So if you're interested, links down below. This is the 10th and final video in this short series, as I said, and then the next video is a little surprise. No spoilers yet, but we are going to be moving in a slightly different direction. And I think you're going to enjoy it. No spoilers, See you next time, and have a wonderful day. Cheers.